Got my cutter, got my torch. Pour a beverage and I step out on the porch. Grab a cigar, I love that view. I guess it's time for another Poolside Cigar Review.
How you doing, everybody? Welcome to a year-end edition of Poolside Cigar Reviews with Kirk. 2014 is coming to a close, and a lot of people are giving you their top cigars of the year list. All the magazines do it. A lot of YouTubers do it. Last year I didn't give a full list. I just gave my top cigar of the year. This year I thought I would go ahead and do a list for you. But instead of just doing a top 5 favorite cigars of the year, I figured I'd go for top 5 budget cigars of the year. Because not everybody wants to spend $10-15 on a cigar. And I'm a big fan of budget sticks. And I think they could be a great way to go for a lot of people, including myself. So I had to write these down because I would forget them otherwise. And also, I'm going to do a few lists. I'm going to do my budget cigars tonight. When I'm done doing my budget cigars, I'll give you my top 3 budget spirits. And then I'll go ahead and I'll give you my number 1, my favorite cigar of the year, and my favorite spirit of the year. So without further ado, I'm going to start my budget cigar list. And these are cigars that you can generally find online for the $3 to $5 range. Now you might have to get on the auction sites such as Cigar Bid or the Thompson auction site. Some you might just be able to get MSRP from $3 to $5. But I try to keep stuff that regularly sells in the $3 to $5 range. So I'll go ahead and start with number 5. That's the Oliva Saison. You know, I see those go for anywhere between $2 and $4 usually. I really like the Robustos. That's the only Vitola I've had, but the Oliva Saison is a great stick. Number 4, Torano Vault A008. Nice, medium to full-bodied cigar. A lot of flavor. Again, these are all budgets. So Torano Vault A008. Number 3 is the La Aurora Barrel Aged. It's another one that I think is under the radar. I don't hear a lot of people talking about that. It's a great cigar. Number 2, Alec Bradley Maxx Brazil Corona. Flavor bomb. Great stick. If you do buy it, I will recommend let it age 3-4 months. A lot of Alec Bradleys, especially the less expensive ones, they just need a little bit of age. They don't need years, but 3 or 4 months, and they really hit their stride. So Maxx Brazil is a flavor bomb, goes great with coffee. Also goes well with Scotch and beer and everything else, but I really like it with coffee. Number 1 is the Padron Delicias Maduro. Featured that pretty recently. Another just freaking flavor bomb. I mean, when you say Padron, a lot of people, I think, exclude Padron from their list because it's kind of like a given, you know. It's like, oh, well, yeah, Padron. Disqualified. They're always the best. Padrons are great. The Delicias Maduro, even MSRP, I think you can get boxes of 26 for like $120-ish, regularly on all the internet sites. And that's about the price you're going to pay in a B&M depending on what state you're in. And that's less than $5 a cigar. So, again, that's my top 5. I had 2 honorable mentions. One was the Diesel Unholy Cocktail. Great mild to medium cigar. And the other honorable mention was the Oliva V Lancero. That one is generally over $5 if you go for a shot, but usually around $5.50. So it was just a little out of the price range, but you can get deals online. I get it for $3 a piece online a lot of times. But that was only an honorable mention because of the price. It was just on the cusp of that budget stick. So those are my top budget sticks. And I'll go ahead and put those in the description down below if you're curious and you want to check them out for yourself. Now, I didn't pull the bottles out here for the same reason I didn't get the cigars out of my humidor. It's just too much work, and I'll put the list down below. Top 3 budget spirits. Now, when I say budget, I'm saying between $20 and $30 a bottle. And good spirits. Spirits that can be enjoyed neat or with a little bit of spring water. I'm not talking good mixers. I'm talking legit drink and enjoy off your friends' spirits, you know? Number 3, I'm going to go with Courvoisier VSOP Cognac. It's in the upper 20s, 25, probably $25 to $30, depending on where you live. Really nice stuff. You know, for the price, very good cognac. It's available everywhere. If you haven't tried it, give it a try. It's a great introduction to cognac. Number 2. Well, this one kind of violates my $20 to $30 range. It's where I live. It's about $32 a bottle. Grangestone 12 years single malt Scotch. It's a Highland single malt for $32. You are not going to do better anywhere. Not that I've come across. Great 12-year-old Highland single malt. You know, most other single malts of that caliber are going to be in the mid to high 40s, you know, maybe even $50. Very good single malt. Highly recommend it. And my number 1 budget spirit of the year is the RL Seals 10-year-old Barbados rum. I featured that in videos as well. And that's a killer bottle of rum for $22, $23. I really love that stuff. You know, I had some of the other big ones that are popular right now, the Ronza Kappa 23 Solera, stuff like that. That's a good rum. It's more expensive, but I prefer the RL Seals. RL Seals 10-year-old Barbados rum is just fantastic. So I'll also put those rums or spirits down below. I'll give you a list. And that leads me to my number 1 overall cigar of the year. When I was choosing my cigar of the year, I thought, how am I going to do that? Because there's a lot of great cigars. I don't smoke a lot of repeats. It's kind of hard to, you know, have one stand out. Especially if you smoke a decent amount of cigars. You know, if you're smoking 3 to 4 cigars a week, not a lot of repeats, it's very difficult to pick a cigar of the year, especially like me when you don't really do a rating system. So I had to think about, really, I had to step outside myself and try to think what was really my number 1 cigar of the year. And to me, it had to be one that I loved and that I smoked a lot of. You know, if it was good enough for me to keep going back to it, that's kind of what I chose. And I'm going to warn you right now, a lot of you are going to call bullshit on me. And you may be justified, I don't know, hard to say. But my number 1 cigar of the year is the Oliva V Melanio. And the reason you might call bullshit is that's also Cigar Aficionado's cigar of the year. So, did that influence my decision? I don't think so, but I won't lie, I did see that decision before I gave my cigar of the year, but I'll justify it. I bought 2 boxes of these this year. Now, they come in boxes of 10, but that's very unusual for me to buy 2 boxes of any cigar during a year. And after this one, I only have 1 left, which means this is my 19th. Actually, it's more than that, because I bought a couple while I was at the shop. I probably smoked definitely 22, 23. This is the number 4. This is the Melanio number 4. I'm not doing the Torpedo. CA did the Torpedo. I'm saying the Melanio number 4. But I probably smoked between 25 and 30 Melanios this year. And I'm letting this one go out. So that's why I did it. I love this cigar. I don't think I've ever done a full review of it, but I love the number 4. I love the Vitola. It's a good short smoke, super flavorful, peppery, cinnamon, deep tobacco. You know, I love Oliva. They perform great when you keep them lit. Grab my lighter. But if you watch my videos at all, I mention Oliva in almost every video that I do. I love Oliva overall. And, you know, my runner-up would have been the Actually, if I had to do my top 3 as far as cigars that I smoke most of and probably enjoy the most during the year, are really 3 big-time go-to cigars for me. It would be the Melanio, and then second and third place, I don't know which would go where, but would either be the Serie V Lancero, which I smoked a lot of this year, or the Master Blends 3 Torpedo, which I smoked a lot of the Torpedoes just because that's what I got deals on online. Ideally, I think I would like the Master Blends Robusto, but I smoked a lot of the Torpedoes this year. So I guess that's boring. I guess I'm biased, but all my top 3 would probably be Olivas. But the Melanio, number 4. Killer cigar. Love it. Leather. Graham cracker. It's dynamic. It's complex. Medium to full body. Very good. It's pairing nicely with my number 1 spirit of the year. This is number 1 overall. Michters Straight Rye Single Barrel Whiskey. I think I've featured this in a video as well. Spicy, and sweet, and delicious, and at, I don't know, maybe $43, $44 a bottle. It's a pretty good value. I mean, actually, I think it's better than a pretty good value. I mean, it's certainly, for many people, it's a splurge. But if you're going to splurge on whiskey and you like rye, this is the way to go. This kind of opened my eyes to rye this year. And I know ryes are getting popular again. It's kind of a trendy thing to do, but you know, sometimes trends are trends for a reason. If distillers are making good ryes and they become popular, they become a trend, you know. Now, not all the time, but sometimes, you know, it's okay to follow the crowd because, you know, it's sometimes general consensus can be correct. But always test for yourself. Don't follow the crowd just to follow the crowd. But if a lot of people are enjoying something, it's probably worth a try. Runners up? I don't know. Every year, Aberlour Abu Na is a runner-up. You know, if you like a Speyside single malt. And I drink a lot of Highland Park 12 year. That's always up there. I mean, my scotches, my big-time scotches, let's see. Best new scotch of the year is actually a recent addition to my cabinet. That's Aberlour, or not Aberlour. It's the Ardbeg Ugadal. Fantastic. Really great stuff. So anyway, that's my year-end countdown. Best cigars and spirits of the year, in my opinion. Feel free to share yours. I'd love to find out what you guys are smoking, what you guys are drinking, because it helps me pick out something new. Well, I hope you had a fantastic year. I hope you got to smoke a lot of great cigars. I hope you got to drink and try a lot of my nose is itchy. A lot of great spirits. And looking forward to 2015 and all the new experiences that we'll get to share together in the new year. So happy New Year, everybody. Cheers, and God bless, you know. And I will end the year with my salutation. Keep your feet in the pool, drink in your hand, and a cigar in your mouth. Have a happy New Year, everybody.